Do you hear this? Because I had a really, he had this really megalomaniac ego. He said, let me tell you something. All the prophets, all the gods you ever know about, if they had a son, their son couldn't beat my fighter. Know why? Because he's my fighter. Because he was an interesting guy. He had the concept of fear down to a science. And most of his fighting was mostly psychologically. He believed the physical actuality of boxing was only 10% when the mind was 90%. He always believed in improving yourself and strengthening your mind. He was a strong believer that your body only purpose was to carry your brain. He believed fighting was your opponent's surrender, his total destruction. And he didn't think of it as, even though he said it was savage and ferociously, you had to do it in such a relaxed and calm state. A really scientific way of destroying. He enjoyed hurting the opponent. He wanted to have a chance to believe they could beat you. Everything was that I'm invincible, I'm a savage, I'm ferocious. I'm the smartest savage. A sophisticated animal, smart animal, the lion and the fox. You know what I mean? I could beat the vicious guys, and I got smart to slip. So I was pretty much didactic in that apartment. Mostly books about war, Claude von Clausewitz. This is why Cuss read all those books. Cuss was pretty much an intellect. He was an intellectual and philosopher about war. And he thought fighting was a form of war. I wanted to make Cuss proud. That was my whole existence for fighting. I wanted to make him proud. If someone said something negative about me, he was the old man, he would attack them. He would do anything for me. Well, the peekaboo is a really cruel style of boxing. It basically kept both your hands up, and it basically you twist at your waist and you move, and you come forward, make the guy miss, you counter punching. Pretty much, he really discovered it from karate. He watched karate people do it, and just move, get to one position, and punch with everything you got with bad and mean and ferocious intention. I love war. I love the act of war. I love the players in war. I love the philosophy of war. There's a quote in Machiavelli, The Prince, and when they say, after you defeat the king and you cut off his head, you be audacious and you say what you're going to do to the next ruler and the next prince that you're going to conquer, and that allows them to be intimidated. Yeah, this is the moment I knew I wanted to be a fighter. Watching two masters fight. After watching these guys, I knew. They were fighting, they fought 15 rounds and it was a war, but none of them had a mark on their face. But it was a hard fight, but nobody had a mark on their face. They're master technicians. He was a street fighter like me. He was cruel and mean. I never looked at I respected Ali and I worshiped Ali, but he was very tall and very handsome. I was very short and not so handsome. And he was very articulate, and I spoke with a lisp. And I didn't relate to two besides we were black. Ali was a middle-class kid here. The mother and father that both worked. My mother and father was in the sex industry. So and Roberta the grandmother was pretty much, out there as well. And so I related to that. I didn't have to change. I didn't have to change my diction. I didn't have to learn how to talk polite. I didn't have to be nice. I didn't have to have a proper linguistic skill. If he could be accepted and be worshipped that way, I thought I would be able to as well. After that fight, he pushed, and then he went to some other guy, and he sucked him. You have to understand, I'm only 14 years old. guys from 1980, 14 years old. I was born with great perception. As it came